Now, Taiwan will go to the polls next week to replace sitting President Tsai Ing-wen, one which observers say could be critical in redefining the territory's relationship with China. In the last part of our two-part story, we look at how an evolving political landscape has impacted Hong Kong migrants hoping to find refuge on the island. Deborah Wong with more.
There are Hong Kong diners, otherwise known as cha tang tangs, lined up along the streets, and just around the corner, there's a church that's home to a growing community of Hong Kongers. And at nearly every turn of the street, you'll hear Cantonese spoken. Now, it feels almost like Hong Kong, but we're actually in Dan Shui, a newly developed district in northern Taipei. That's among a handful of districts on the outskirts of Taipei that has seen an influx of Hong Kongers in the last 3 years.
佢哋通常都一家大細過嚟嘅，通常都會揀，即係個預算真係大好多啊！你香港揀個兩房就算嘅啦，可能兩房都500幾尺，佢哋嚟到台灣，我直接揀3房，所以咁淡水都係一個選擇咯。咁佢一嚟係好近海啦，大家香港人想住海邊喺香港，嗰啲樓價貴到七彩。
Chun Ji helps fellow Hong Kong migrants put down roots in Taiwan. As a graduate from a university in Taiwan, he thought his own chances of getting permanent residency would be higher. But even after submitting the requisite documents in 2022, authorities still ask for additional details months later.
即係屋企人會錫你㗎嘛，唔想你喺出邊咁辛苦去攞個身份證，但係又無預期，好多人話不如算啦，返香港啦，或者去英國啊，至少都有個明確指標啊。咁我想同台灣講就係希望可以盡快有一個明確嘅指標俾我哋去申請呢樣嘢。咁我哋都有個目標啊，唔係咩都冇。我真係入完紙，我又要等聽日。
Shirley, who runs an immigration consultancy, claims it's never an outright no, but a lengthy wait.
For the investment scheme, they usually ask my client to run the business for 1 more year. For the professional scheme, they usually ask my client to prove either you got the Taiwan local license of your professionals or you have a job. And this job, you need to be related to your professionals, the qualification. So this is the main reasons they usually prolong the application.
And it's driven some to consider backup plans.
台灣嗰個政策係有問題，所以好多香港人去離開去英國係差唔多第二個首選，個個都去英國。好多急腳係走咗賣盤，走咗算啦，放棄台灣。
On the flip side，
對於不符合我們能夠給他核准定居的這些個案，我們不是採取否決，而是給他一個一定時間的去滿足這些條件。但是因為溝通有不足，所以這些香港朋友認為說，我為什麼還要再等半年、1年、2年？事實上是給他們寬許的時間來補足這些條件。那我們的期待說，最好大家你只要有合法的來申請的，那我們盡可能的主管機關都願意幫忙，讓他們能夠順利的取得我們的身份。
In the spirit of integration, authorities organized a Hong Kong festival in Taipei in November. From Hong Kong milk tea to local favorites like siu mai and char siu, it was a little slice of home for these new migrants.
我唔會話100% 有信心嘅，因為始終我覺得每個地方政策都會有唔同嘅改變啦。咁但係我會覺得係我哋會盡力嚟融入呢個社會，咁自然就會有我哋可以留落嚟嘅方法咯。
我哋大家都嚟咗年半左右，年半多啲啦，咁都算 OK 嘅呢度嘅生活。我哋都有少少擔心會唔會話上咗場之後，突然間所有規矩又唔同晒咧，咁到時我哋就會又要再嚟過咁樣咯，驚。
Though there's no definite timeline on residency approvals, the community is watching the upcoming presidential election with interest.
I think half of them, I would say 50%, they choose to immigrate to UK. And then 30% they decide to move to Canada. And then 20% they return to Hong Kong. I know there's also a few small numbers, they're still waiting in Taiwan. They hope if there is any policy change in next year, the election in Taiwan, they hope there's still some change. But this is only a small, very small number.
Cross-strait relations have been on the slide since the pro-independence Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP, came to power in 2016. DPP's deep concerns over Chinese interference is well documented. On the other hand, the opposition camp is keen to restart high-level talks with Beijing to mend strained ties. Whether that deep suspicion across the strait will abate hinges on the government of the day. For now, the wait continues. Deborah Wong, CNA, Taipei.